and welcome along to Northern Farms. The planting season for the carrots has begun and we need to get Field 5 planted. But first, it needs preparing with the mulcher and power harrow. Meanwhile, nitrogen levels in Field 8 are low and we need to spread some fertilizer to increase them too. Let's get farming. How far we get with all of our jobs today really depends on how quickly we're able to do this first field. So I'm very much wanting to get this done as quickly as possible. I'm wondering, no, this is going to be the best angle to do this at. So we want a 180-degree run down here. We're going to run straight down the edge of this field here. So let's set up our A+ heading. We are going to go 0 degrees. Cardinal will work nicely. We want to automatically set the width. Try that. Lower our front down and then forwards, and then I want to turn on the back, and we're going to then try and lower the back as well. So there goes the back down, and away we go on our row, and looking fairly good. I don't quite know why it's at -46, but we are definitely running on the right direction. And this section over here will get this field in fairly quickly. I'm hoping to get this turned around fairly fast because we do have a lot to get done today. Like the other field, like Field 8, I feel that we might be a little bit close to the edge in some parts of this field on the headlands. That section up there by the wall, we are right up against the wall. Whereas down the sides here, we're fairly close to some of these trees as well. And I think it might be wise to try and maybe get ourselves away from them a bit, especially as things like that happen, where we either need to cut those branches or we're gonna have to add a little bit of grass around the edge. There we go. We need to mulch all this stuff at the end too. But it does get a little bit fiddly. It makes it a little bit hard for us to use stuff like courseplay on here. And when we're running with a field like this, where we're trying to get everything done as quickly as we can, it can be a little bit annoying to not have that extra space at the end that allows things like courseplay and hired workers to function properly. Before we continue on the farm, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create a custom line of PCs suitable for everyone from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. And the higher spec machines are also perfect for streaming and content creation. Apex Gaming PCs have dropped the prices on almost all their products by 30%, so there's never been a better time to go check them out. What I am going to do is just back into here and get this done. We can't really do much more other than maneuver like this, and I think it's be the same if I actually put carrots into this corner. I'm going to find that I need to actually just come in here, back in, and then back out again, because it's too tight really to do much else. However, we are doing okay as far as getting all of this in here, so I'm happy enough that we're able to maneuver around here. It's just whether we can maneuver around here with a crop that we're trying to harvest as well. It's a pity that we can't actually attach the seeder, the carrot seeder, to the back of this and have this seeding the carrots at the same time as we're doing this. That would cut down the length of time to do this job quite considerably. Unfortunately, the attachments on the back of this very much are for our seeder that we use with the barley, and so as a result, we're not able to do that, and we're restricted by what we have. But there are alternatives with the barley as well. for stuff we could do there. So a possible update to all of this would be to do that and switch things around a bit so that we can do things all at once. So maybe some sort of front cultivator on this or with our seeder, or possibly some sort of other setup, because unfortunately we can't put this mulcher on front of our seeder either. So I think there's possibly a better way all of this could be done, and it might be something to look at going forwards. This is where stuff starts to get a little bit fiddly. Coming up to the tree here, we want to sort of get everything nicely done around here, but yeah, you can see here that we had to come around and avoid it as we came up. So we'll just do a little bit of work around this, and that way when we come back up and start doing the next bit, we'll be fine. Lift that there. And it looks like this is almost a perfect width's worth of stuff here. But the best thing for me to do right now is to come here, back this up, do this bit from this angle. We'll switch over to the rear implement, drop it down. And then we're able to get things positioned where we want them. Down with that again. Go down with the front two. And then back onto our courseplay course. Hopefully that should just swing out. And yeah, it looks like it's going to leave a little bit of a gap when we come back on the next row. So we'll have to fix that up too. But we can do that as part of doing the other side of the tree. See, now what we'll do is we'll just back up a little bit and then get the extra stuff on this side here. And that then allows us to clean everything up. And then when we get out here, we'll go back to our course. And that should have everything sorted. Leaving this tree in here really has made things fiddly for me. But I like to have a little bit of character to my fields. And this just does a great job of doing that. It is just that we have to work around it and try and make sure that we can actually get everything that we want out of this field with working around it. So yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, but at the same time, we could have made things a little bit easier on ourselves. Down here, and then away we go again, and hopefully that sorts out everything. And we've just got the rest of the field to do. It is 12:30 already. I am worried about getting the rest of our jobs done today. This could end up being one of those jobs that goes into a couple of days again in order to get it all planted. Doing this all at once really would speed things up. We are 1:15 and we've got the wider part of the field done. As a result, we are heading into this bit that's a little bit more fiddly. The unfortunate thing about that is because it's a bit more fiddly, it is going to take a little bit more time to do. I would very much like to have this field planted today. But I'm not sure that that is going to be possible. It's going to easily be easily be 2:30, I think, before this is done. And that does not give us a lot of time left to get the carrots in here. Although I'm very much thinking what we could do is see if we can get this working with a hired worker on here and go and do the nitrogen spreading with the Vulture instead. I'm just looking at field 3, which I was considering buying, and it looks like this year has had cotton planted into it. That is a big problem if we want to buy that field. I think that basically puts the field out of reach because there's no way we can actually farm cotton on here. It's just not a viable crop. We're into the really fiddly bit of the field now where everything is just time consuming, lots of turning around, lots of getting ourselves into position for a very short run. But I think in a couple of runs we will be done on this bit of the field, and what we can then do is start to get the headlands done. It has gone 2:30. In fact, it's coming up to 3 o'clock, so the chance of getting the carrots planted today is swiftly running out. In fact, I think we're probably gonna have to leave that and do a second day in April to get them in the ground. But that is really the reason why we've gone for the 2-day months this year, so that we do have the time to get all of those jobs done. And once we've got this field weeded in early May, we should be into should be able to just go forward to harvest time and get all of this stuff harvested. But at the moment we've still got a way to go before that happens. Finishing up on the headland down this end here, and wow, it's 3:30 already. So I am very much thinking that we'll get this planted with the carrots next time, and this time we can go and concentrate on getting that level of nitrogen sorted over on field 8. Make sure that the barley is as good as it's going to get, because of course we weren't able to roll it last time. The last little bit of this field, and we should be able to get the headland done. It is 3:45 in the afternoon though, and as a result we are a little bit pushed for getting the rest of this done. We are definitely going to go and get the fertilizing done, and I think I might see if we can get course play to get started on this field. It would be really useful to get that going. So down with that last little bit, and then we'll go and hook up the seeder to this, get this started, and see if we can go and get the carrots started on this field. Something I am going to have to do in the near future is just run down to the shop and grab a load of the DEF. We're a little bit shy on the amount that we've got in this tractor. Let's set up a course play course though here. Number of headlands, I think we only need 3 with the width of this. We want to do center, we want to do clockwise, we want to do a manual direction, and we're going to do 0 degrees. We are going to circle round the islands, and that hopefully should do it. So generate me a fieldwork course. Oh wow, that is messy to say the least. So I want actually to limit this to 2 headlands, and we're going to try smooth in the headland corners. That is much better. I'm much happier with that. That will start at the bottom end and should work fairly well for us. So we'll unfold this, and hopefully with the hedges on this field rather than the bits that are fences and things and going up and down, we should be okay. Let's I just want to pop into the settings, and yeah, only turning on field is what we want, so that should work. One thing I am going to turn on is this. Allow using pathfinding in turns so that it doesn't hit any obstacles with any luck. And first waypoint, and away we go. The width on this should get the job done quicker. Took me a moment to work out why this wasn't working. I hadn't connected up the PTO. And away we go. There we are. With any luck, this will get the job done now. In the meantime, we want to grab the Voltra, go and hook this up to the fertilizer spreader, and just have a quick run around field 8. And this is why we bought all these bags of fertilizer. Load them up. I think all of this actually will probably fit into this spreader. There's quite a sizable amount. Wow, 2,000 liters. I don't know how far this is going to go. We really want to start spreading some slurry from our cows, because that could be a really, really expensive start to this. We'll get this on here though, and that will work out fairly well for us. We are burning through this fertilizer. Wow, 120 kilograms per hectare at this end, 180 at the other end where we have a good loamy land. That is incredible levels. Also, I'm now noticing a couple of patches we missed on this field, so that's not great. Looks like this fertilizer might be enough to do the barley on here, but I think we're gonna probably have to buy a little bit more in order to get the carrots fertilized. But yeah, that is quite a large amount of fertilizer we're using on here. But with a nice big spread on this, it'll be done in no time. And it looks like we got just the right amount of fertilizer for this field. Wow, that is close down to the last 10%. And yeah, 630 liters. That is quite a bit that we've used on here. But that is this field done, and before 6 o'clock has rolled around too. So we'll cover up the trailer because we don't want any water getting there and damaging the fertilizer. We will leave that here, and we will put away this tractor in the shed, and then we'll go and see how well the carrots are getting planted. And this is impressive. Our carrot planter is going really well. We actually have a tractor using courseplay that's behaving itself. I think this job might actually get done today. I'm actually really impressed with how well this tractor is turning around in the headlands. It's being really efficient, really exact, and just all around some of the best way that I've seen courseplay work, which is incredible. I think it must be that Pathfinder setting. Now, it'll be really interesting to see what it does in that corner by the wall, and so we'll see how it finishes up. But I think very much we can get these carrots planted today. It's only gone 7 o'clock, and there's not much left to go of this field. I'm quite impressed with the job that Coursplay's done. It's got all the way around the field to this point here before it's run into a problem. And the problem it's run into here is actually a problem that I probably need to fix and get sorted myself. There's a tree branch that hangs right into the middle of the field here, and as a result just causes so much issue when we're trying to work things. All in all though, it's done really well going around this field. We've got a couple of patches in a couple of the corners that it's missed, In fact, I want to see how well it does this corner up here. Nearest waypoint, please. Start it up, and away we go again. Because I want to see if it manages to make it around the corner here with this brick wall without too much hustle. But this is the thing. We have managed to get our carrots planted. We are looking at being in a very good place going into the rest of this. This is what I thought. Having to take control of this at the end of the field simply because this bit here is way too close. So can we get around this corner? Yeah, I think we can. And then I'm going to reverse it up and get this planted here. But it's, yeah, it's very tight around this corner, and that just makes things so much harder. And even there, we've missed a bit when we were doing the original mulching and cultivating. All in all, though, this has been a successful day, and we're back on track. So next time we will be moving on to May. We have a whole load of hay to make. We've got this field is going to need some weeding and some fertilizing. But for now, I think that is us done. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.